Welcome to the first edition of Black Knight News. I am Mattie Bradley.
And I am Lisa White.
Farmington Senior High School has two new faces in administration. Dr. Nathaniel Hostetler is the new principal and Mr. Ron Northern is the new assistant principal. We got the chance to catch a quick word with both about their outlook on the 2013-2014 school year.
I began my career in education in 2001. I taught English for a total of 5 years in two different schools. After that, I moved to Potosi, where I was the assistant principal briefly, and then later the principal. I was the principal there for 4 years, at which point I moved here to Farmington. Farmington High School has a long history of putting every individual kid's needs first, and that's what we need to continue to do. We need to identify what kids want to do with themselves after high school and find a way to make that happen to the best of our ability. That's what our philosophy has been, and that's what it needs to continue to be.
What I think makes a good high school is Farmington obviously is a good example of one. Just for the short period of time I've worked here, everybody's been very nice, very polite. Teachers really actually care about students. I've seen a couple of really good things already just in the first couple of days.
As all America's Got Talent fans have noticed, Farmington's own innovative force has taken the stage week after week in the competition. Last week, the group of small-town girls traveled back to the big city of New York to compete in the semifinals. The girls put on a routine that featured a human stair-step stunt that ended in a flip off the top level. On Wednesday, the results were announced and Innovative Force was able to make it through to the finals.
During last week's board meeting, the Farmington R7 School Board was excited to announce the approval of a FEMA grant. The grant gives the school district the opportunity to enhance the learning environment for students in pre-K and kindergarten at a reduced cost.
While many knew about Qdoba this summer, the other half of the building also gained tenants. One houses an American Family Insurance office that belongs to Farmington 2006 graduate Harry Peterson, and the other will be taken by Cedar Falls Tactical that was formerly located in Park Hills.
For the second year, Farmington High School's math department is offering a flipped format class. Black Knight News reporter Madison Brown has more.
In 2012-2013, Farmington High School began flipped classrooms. Flipped classrooms are classrooms in which students work on homework in class and watch lectures and take notes at home. Jane Harris taught a flipped geometry class last school year. We asked her about how she felt about the flipped class compared to her regular class.
Well, the flipped classroom allows for the students to work in class with their peers and while I'm there to help them also. So that's the biggest difference, and I think it lessens the frustration of the students because a lot of times at home they don't have anybody there that can help them with their math. And last year I seen a really good success with it. As far as completion of homework was 98% compared to the regular class, which was only 92%, which was still good, but the flipped class had a lot better percentage of turning in the assignments. Test results and overall grades, the flipped class average about 3% higher.
We also asked Harris about the improved scores of the students and what those scores attributed to her class.
I think the increase in scores is mainly attributed to the class that I had last year and their groups that they were in. Second semester I let them group themselves and they grouped themselves with people they could work with. And it's been the best I've seen in my 19 years of teaching how well those groups work together. So they figured out how to work together, learn from each other, and they've seen each other as a resource.
Farmington High School continues to have the flipped classes this year and we hope to have the same results. Reporting from Black Knight News, Madison Brown.
When we come back from the break, Farmington sets plans for renovations around town.
And local construction causes major water issues for the first week of school.
Nightlife news. Catch the news here, and even here. All of your fashion here. Maybe even with a friend. Sports there. Anywhere you go. Anytime you're there, it's nightlife.
Farmington High School is not the only school in the area that hired new administrators this year. Former principal for St. Paul Elementary, Andy Sherrill, now serves as principal for the school's new high school, with Lori Flinner replacing him as elementary principal.
Farmington has big plans for improvement from the sales tax extension. The city plans to build a new library and improve the water park with a fraction of the $16 million. Citizens were encouraged to speak up about their ideas on where the rest of the money should go, and those ideas were collected before putting a contingent list this week.
Farmington R7 has continued to move forward with their plans to expand technology across the district.
We talked to Minnie Southern, the librarian at FHS, about the new technology that the school year has brought.
Well, we have several new technologies here at Farmington High School. Some of the machines that we have purchased this year are the Google Chromebooks. The Google Chromebook boots up in about 8 seconds, and students log into this with their Google account. We have several mobile labs of these around the school that teachers can check out and use in their classrooms. We also have available for checkout, we have a class that's actually piloting this right now, the iPad mini, and several of our classes have bought iPads as well. Students can use their Google accounts to log on to a Chromebook. It boots up in about 8 seconds because there are no software programs downloaded onto the Chromebook. It's just mainly a way for you to surf the internet and to utilize cloud services through your Google account. So students can create things in their Google Drive account, in presentations or Google Docs and that sort of thing, where they can look for their email or their calendars, and there's several other Google apps that they can utilize on a Chromebook.
This is Justine Simmons from Black Knight Television.
Along with the expansion of technology, there have been several website upgrades and launches. These include the new Nightlife Online, the new Farmington R7 sports page at fhsnights.com, a new apparel and gifts page known as Night Gear, and a newly renovated LMC page for the high school.
While no one knows what the first day of school will ever bring, FHS received an unwelcome surprise as a water main break at a construction site in town caused a loss of water pressure and a water boil order on the side of town that the high school is located. While none of the other buildings in the district were affected, several bottles of water had to be delivered to the high school so that students would have a way to get water during the hottest part of the year.
In world news, details continue to trickle out of Syria as U.S. takes an offensive stance towards attacks that the Syria government carried out on their civilians. While the UN has begun an investigation, President Obama has said the U.S. plans to act now with the support of France and Great Britain.
Thank you for tuning in to the first Black Knight News of the 2013-2014 school year.
Come back next week to hear the latest news about the Farmington R7 School District, the surrounding community, and other stories from around the world. Have a great weekend.